What is central planning? The Cold War is now a history. But as long as it existed, it was the most important reference in debates among economists or political scientists. On the one hand, there existed capitalism, and on the other, communism. Central planning is typically associated with the former socialist countries of Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union, as well as the contemporary governments of Cuba, China, and parts of Asia. For most of their history, market activity was extremely limited in these countries, and the government directed economic activity through state-owned enterprises. They were also ideologically opposed to private enterprise, so central planning also helped eliminate capitalist modes of production. In socialist countries, production and distribution were managed by the state, in which they also owned and controlled machines, factories, and stores. After the Second World War, many socialist countries chose to adopt central economic planning in order to focus resources on government priorities that may not be adequately served by market forces alone. A state with a centrally planned economy has a central planning authority, such as the government or an economic bureaucracy, that meets every few years, usually 5, and comes up with a plan of what to produce, how, when, and for what purpose. It then distributed the tasks to factory managers and set them targets. Since production was planned in this system by a central authority, and then orders were handed out, it became known as central planning. Centrally planned economies are different from market economies, where these decisions are the result of thousands of choices by producers and consumers. Advocates of central planning believe that the government can direct economic investment more efficiently than private actors, especially towards social goals with lower potential for profits. Moreover, since the planning authority has more resources than any single company or business, government projects can also benefit from economies of scale that make government projects more productive in the long run. They also favored this approach because command economies were regarded by them as more efficient, in terms of catching up with the West. Many socialist countries abandoned central planning in favor of a capitalist or mixed economic model starting in the 1980s, and several of them incorporated market price signals or private enterprise into their economic systems. Examples include market socialism in the former Yugoslavia, the socialist market economy in Vietnam, or the economic reforms in China under Deng Xiaoping. In some cases, such as in China, the privatization of state assets, combined with an influx of foreign investment, resulted in extremely rapid economic growth.